Hello, friends. Welcome back. Author Deanna Martinez Bay here, and today we are going to talk about the first sentence. So, welcome back to Bookshelf Diaries, and those who have never been here before, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. So, let's just jump right in, okay? So, picture this. You're at the bookstore doing a little bit of book shopping. You pick up a book with an amazing cover. You read the title, it grabs your attention. You flip quickly to the first page with determination and you read the first sentence. And it sucks. With disappointment, you slowly lower the book back down to the table, and with your head hung, you sulk away. Right? Have you ever had that happen? This is why the first sentence is so important. It's vital, right? It's vital, friends. Let's talk about this, okay? It's very important. So it's imperative that the first sentence or two or three of a book grab the reader and draw them in. Like really, like you want those words to jump off the page, grab them so that they take that book over to the checkout counter and pay for it. Or if they're shopping on Amazon, they go to their cart and they check out with your book. Okay? So I'm here to provide you with a few tips to help draw your readers into your book with your opening sentence. So please forgive me. I am overcoming a sickness, but I am here because I am dedicated to my author and writer friends. So if I don't sound as animated or maybe, look the same as I usually do, this is why. But we're going to do this anyway, okay? I always love being here with you guys. All right. So here's a few tips to help you draw your readers into your book with the opening sentence, okay? So provoke the reader's emotions with the first sentence, right? Ask a question or make a claim. Now, there's one book that I've written, I believe it is Hot Cocoa Green Tea and the Man Who Sweetened My Heart. And the first sentence is, stop following me. That's the first sentence. And then it progresses from there. I think that draws the reader in. Like, what is she talking about? Like, what is going on here? All right. So that to me provokes an emotion. It also allows the reader to ask a question. Now, you can start your opening sentence off with a question, but the way that I did it with that example is I made it so that the reader would ask themselves a question. What is she talking about? Stop following her. Who's following her? Why are they following her? See? All right. So ask a question or make a claim. Tell the reader what they will learn or discover. That option right there really leans itself a little bit more toward nonfiction books. But you could also make that work for a fiction. Give character background information that interests the reader. So there's been times, let's go back to how I started this podcast about reading the first sentence and it stinks, and you put the book down and you sulk away, right? So that's what happens to me when an author goes into too much detail. For whatever reason, that does not interest me when I'm reading. So giving character background information that interests the reader, in my humble opinion, is not telling me what the character looks like, or maybe if they're doing something in the kitchen. It's not telling me and giving me a full description of what the kitchen looks like around them. A couple of details, yeah, it's great. But going into, like, submerging me into the details of what the kitchen looks like, I'm bored. And I'm grazing over it until I get to the next part. I know. I know a lot of people may not be that way, but for me, that's how it works. So giving some character background information that interests the reader is key. The key to that sentence is that interests the reader, okay? So introduce your character to the reader in an interesting or surprising way. So what I mean by this is, again, Laura sat on her bed with her brown hair pulled up in a bun. Her glasses sitting on top of her head, things like that. Is that interesting to me? Not off the get-go. Because I don't know Laura. Like, I want to determine for myself what my character looks like. I don't necessarily want to be told. Okay, all that being said, you can also describe the setting in a unique way. So the key here is to be creative and unique with your opening sentence. Boring, drab, mundane, typical is not what we're looking for, okay? So think about it like this. Go back to your top 5 favorite books. Go to the first page, read the first sentence of that book. See what it does for you, because it had to have drawn you in some way, because you continued to read the book. And the book became your favorite or one of your favorites. So go back to your top, say 5 favorite books, read the first sentence, see what draws you in. Then what I recommend doing, do you have any did not finish books on your bookshelf? Go back to those as well. Read the first sentence. See what didn't work for you. So the key here is learning what works and what doesn't work. Okay? What has drawn you in to your favorite books and what has pushed you away from the books that you did not complete. All right? That's a great place to start. Okay? So, hold on. So if these, if the ideas that I gave you, the 6 ideas that I gave you, fail to help you in some way, do like I said, and go back to your favorite books and your not favorite books. And that should give you a good idea of a spectacular opening line. So there you have it. What I'd like to do is really quickly just go back through again and reread those to you. Because when we went through them the first time, I went in and elaborated a little bit. But I want to read them to you again so that you can think about what works for you in all 6 of these instances. So provoke the reader's emotions, ask a question or make a claim, tell the reader what they will learn or discover. Now remember, I did mention that is leaning a little bit more toward nonfiction, but it can work for fiction. Give character background information that interests the reader. Introduce the character to the reader in an interesting or surprising way. Shock and awe. Do that. It works. And describe the setting in a unique way. And I just want to reiterate that giving every last detail probably isn't the unique way. Okay? So I hope that this information has helped you and that it has inspired you if you are writing a book or you're a freelance writer and you write articles for magazines or online magazines or anything like that, because Yes, this information was leaning more toward the first sentence in a book, but if you are a freelance writer or a blogger, your first sentence in your article has to also grab the reader. So take what you can from this information that I have provided and utilize it in whatever type of writing that you are doing. Okay, thank you for being here. I would love it if you would give this a thumbs up, especially because I'm not 100% in how I'm feeling, but I'm here and I'm doing this. And subscribe to my channel if you find my information useful. Or, if you just like watching me be a big goof. Thank you for being here, friends. Here is to happy writing and successful first sentences.